Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a quick update video about everything that is going on. There's probably two things in this title. One is about the hiring process, and one is about life improvements. So I'll just get to the hiring process later, but for now, it's going strong. I'm, just going along with the thing, and it's doing its thing, and it's almost done, and it's gonna help me a lot. So, and I've definitely met some people that I want to keep in touch with and work with in the future. So that's that bit. Now we're gonna go on to life improvement. It's 1:14 in the morning. I usually go to sleep at 11 p.m. and I wake up at 7. That has not been happening at all. In fact, I don't think I've ever fallen asleep at 11 and woken up at 7. And by sleep, I mean like phone's down, not checking it, or, watching YouTube. And by wake up, I mean get out of bed. You know, Usually I'm woken up by my alarm and then I either hit snooze or I just extend when I'm going to sleep. And it's kind of been like, I don't know, the past month, month and a half, 2 months, somewhere around there was it all kind of started with it's hard to say, probably there's a cat playing with boxes. It started with a 2-day weekend that I took off. I'm remembering now. It started with a 2-day weekend that I took off, and I remember I wanted to play Rainbow Six, but my buddies, like, because of the way it was, and I wanted to play with my buddies also. God, cat, stop. Is it actually okay? Um, because of like everything that with my buddies and stuff, the way things lined up, we ended up playing PUBG, and I think I had like some extra. Oh, and then like somewhere before this, I bought like a 4.5 liter of wine for really cheap that I like the taste of, believe it or not. I didn't know that wine that cheap could taste good, but it does. Um, but yeah, so it was kind of like the mix of those two things, and it was just kind of like this whole. I liked it. I liked playing video games and drinking at the same time. It was very fun. Um, but I never really recovered from those 2 days. It was kind of like every time I wake up, I was always in like some sort of haze or some sort of, just like I didn't feel right. It felt like I was missing something. And, I was tired. At that point, I'd been drinking a little bit every night because I really what I wanted to do was just drink all that alcohol because I decided a little bit through the gallon. So I first of all I hate wasting money, so I was gonna drink it anyways, right? Um, by the way, loss in productivity is definitely more than $13. I should have just dumped the whole thing, but I just didn't want to lose it. I wanted to use it up, so I just drank it all over the course of like I think a month or so. Um, and after I was done with it, it made me feel a little bit better. And then I just like I've never felt the same. And it kind of like spiraled down a little bit. Of course, I made a video about like I'm in a creative video slump. I I'm not I wasn't finding enjoyment through work. I thought maybe working more would help me. It didn't. Um, and then it just kind of became this thing of like it was like drinking a whole pot of coffee every day, which is not healthy. Don't do that. uh Consuming caffeine isn't good for you. um Drinking a whole pot of coffee. There's this game on my phone that I sort of got addicted to. It's Forge of Empires. It's like Clash of Clans, but there's a way it rewards you with more resources and points and stuff if you do the actions that like there's like productions you can do, and like the 8 hour one, if you do 4 8 hour ones versus a 24 hour one, it gives you more things, right? Whatever. So it's just kind of like that, and I'm not eating as healthy as I was, which I'm eating healthy. Eating pretty healthy, but it's just kind of like worse, and not sleeping well enough. It's just, things like that. Even just like going to sleep and not wanting to wake up, you know. And so it's just been like this downward downward spiral. And I've been through these before. I've definitely been through these before. Um, this one has a lot more elements at play, so it's a lot harder to identify. Because, with experimenting, I think what made it sneak up on me was I experimented with taking enough work to make a 12-hour workday. And I have to deal with it, I have to deal with the 12-hour workday. And I don't like video editing for 12 hours a day. I much prefer video editing and then people managing, So, yeah, I mean, there's projects I'm a month behind on at this point. Clients that are like, yeah, I'll give you this job as soon as you're done with this other one. Then I don't complete it, and then I see that they paid someone else for it, you know. And that's on me. I'm not like bashing in my clients. I mean, it's on me because I didn't get my thing done, you know. So it's just been a day. And this is where I interject and talk about the hiring process. It's, like I said, it's been really good. It's been a good change of pace for me. The hiring process, has given me a new goal, a new thing. And it's part of helping me identify this, because the 12-hour workday add a lot of stress. I would rather edit for 6 and manage people for 6 rather than edit for 12. Right? It's just me. It's what I'd rather do. And it's like when I wake up, I'm like, all right, we gotta do these things so that I have time to hire people, things like that. And it's just it's been a thing, and it's been going great, and it's been helping me out. I'm starting to get some trial videos in at the time of recording this. 1 in the morning video, 1 a.m. video. It's almost a 3 a.m. video, man. So we almost have the first team member. And I mean, it was weird shit. Like when I'd go, I hate shopping, okay? If you ask anyone, I hate shopping. I'd stand in the store for like 20 to 30 extra minutes just because it was away from home. Like, home has been a source of just sadness. And it sucks, So this channel I watch, and hopefully I remember to link it in the description below. This guy's name is Alex Becker. I always forget I think it's called Alex Becker's channel. And for some goddamn reason, YouTube gives me this guy right when my problems become really noticeable and really bad, and I start like kind of identifying them, but not really. It's very weird, which I'm happy for. I'm thankful that Google knows what I'm thinking. But I just kind of like went, and it was this video on caffeine, and I knew I was drinking too much coffee. I knew that. But I didn't know the bad health effects of caffeine other than being tired, And the potential, at that time I thought it was potential addictive properties, but I guess it is. I didn't know this, but it is addictive properties, not potential. And I like this video that this guy made. It was it's kind of like a 2-part video on coffee. It literally made me, right? I'm watching this at like 12. Okay, this happened a couple hours ago, 12, 11:30. It made me get up out of bed and take my coffee and dump it all in the garbage, and take my coffee filters and set them on fire in the fireplace. I was like, fuck this, because my sleep's been all over the place. I've been more on and I've tried this before, and it doesn't help me a polymorphic sleep schedule where you sleep in 2 4-hour chunks rather than an 8-hour chunk, and it doesn't help me. I know it doesn't help me because I've tried it before, and I know that the best thing that helps me is, depending on how much work I have, it's like a big chunk and then a little nap in the middle. I know for a fact that is the best sleep pattern for me. You know, if I ever buy an office, there's going to be a bedroom where I can take my nap. And I've never been able to pull that off from like 2 months ago. And I was like, okay, I've cut coffee out before, and so in dumping that tin can of cheap coffee, because I like to save money, I like the taste of black coffee too. I'm really lucky about that genetic. In dumping that coffee can tin out and burning the coffee filters, I know the type of thing I'm in for. I know what I'm in for. I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have these massive headaches and I'm gonna feel terrible. But I know there's this. Instead of just knowing, like instead of just knowing that something's healthy, I feel it in my gut. And my rule of thumb has always been, if I feel something in my gut or in my instincts, I do it. I just do. And that's been something that I've started really far in on about a year ago, and it's helped me through a lot of things. It's because I trust my gut. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I mean, it's things like texting my girlfriend like 3 or 4 months ago. I was super happy to text her and receive texts. Now it's just going through the motions, Not good at all. And so I did that. And of course, YouTube being YouTube sent me through more of his videos. I can't sleep, so I just got on watching videos from this guy. And he's a very smart guy. He reminds me a lot of my older brother, who I trust a lot, and except a businessman rather than the things that my brother is. Like a very, so it's like, okay, cool. Very easy to relate to this guy. And he's also as old as my older brother, which is kind of funny, but like within a year. So then there's this other video, okay? Now, if you guys don't know what, I've never talked about this topic before, but it's called NoFap. If you don't know what NoFap is, go look it up. You basically just, drop fapping. That's what you do, okay? It's more about the porn, getting rid of the porn, because both of the caffeine and the porn fall under dopamine detox. And what dopamine detox, this is the main topic of the video that took me forever to introduce. What dopamine detox does is it helps some people, and I think it helps me because there's certain points in my life where I've hit downward spirals because I detoxed for too long, and then it all kind of comes back around. So there's signs in my life throughout the years that, like, I take like a week and just work as hard as I can, and then back to normal routine or something like that. Like I did sort of a dopamine detox, and it worked out fine. So I have a feeling that this works because things like this just work for me. It's part of my things. Adding things and cutting things, replacing things, just works for me. Especially when it comes to adjusting my sleep schedule. I can do that really, really, really well. And I know how to do it. So, and that's kind of what happened to me. But anyways, that's besides the point. So but he has this thing. It's a no-fap hardcore mode. That's what he calls it, because he's very obviously a gamer. Where you cut out a lot of things. Social media that's not work related. Digital entertainment. That's why I'm not wearing headphones. When I record videos, I always listen to music. I'm not listening to music right now. Digital entertainment. Anything that gives you dopamine. And then all you do is you sleep, work, eat, study, exercise. That's all you do. And he said there's, results for him. And it's been very good for him. Now, you might be wondering, well, you're supposed to be an esports Rainbow Six player. Why are you doing this, right? So, for me, I have to wait for my gaming mouse to come. I can't play Siege right now. This is the perfect time to do this. Because I can't play Siege. So, I'm going to do this for a while. I'm going to say, you know what? I know this is going to be a really big goal and it's going to be difficult, and I've never pulled stuff off like this, because I've pulled off things like dropping caffeine, dropping Clash of Clans, all that. I've done that before for like a week. Caffeine was a bit longer, but I've done things like that before. Or, drinking water every day. Things like that. I've done it before. So I'm going to say I'm going to do this all till June 1st. That's how long I'm going to do it for. I'm going to detox everything. And what it's going to do, what the goal here to do is to get more enjoyment out of life. Okay? Now there's a caveat to this. I do want to be an esports Siege player. So that is included in work. That might throw things off. I don't know. But that's going to be included when I get my gaming mouse. So, everything that's getting cut out, everything you can think of that gives you large amounts of dopamines in short moments, unhealthy food, playing video games that aren't Siege, and phone games. I just deleted all the games on my phone because I don't play any of them. I just log in for the daily bonus, but what point's the daily bonus if you're not going to use it? You know what I mean? So that's what I do. I use YouTube for some things and social media for some things, but not really. It's going to be easy to take that off. And we'll see what happens. I'm very interested to see what happens during this time. I am hoping that I will become more focused in everything that I do. And I hope that one of the things is, I have a kitty bothering me here, is I want to enjoy my time with my cats more. I don't, and I want to again. Part of that's probably because I pet them too much and give them too much attention. They are becoming very entitled. I'm noticing that. And just make life more enjoyable, because it's all relative, the concept behind the whole dopamine detox thing is it's relevant. So if you're at, let's just say, 100% happiness all the time, this is the example he uses. 100% happiness, and you go down to, let's just say, 70% happiness, that's a bigger impact on your life than if you're already at 70% and you go down to like 65 or up to 75. It's a bigger impact. So if I'm always up here and work is down here, and I don't know what this is, but like if I'm always getting constant hits of dopamine, then it makes the stuff that does bring me joy, like my work and my relationships and hanging out with the cats and all that, it makes that more enjoyable, because they are more enjoyable for me. But because of the brain and the fact that it's running off of a bunch of chemicals, the things like social media on your phone that give you a bunch of dopamine. She's being a little bit entitled here. She needs to learn to ignore dad when he records. um, you know, even though, let's just say, creating a video for a client gives me more joy and happiness than checking out memes on Instagram. The memes on Instagram give you a bigger dopamine hit because it's what that app's designed to do. So, it's pretty much it for this video. It's a tough one to get out there, you know. I had that episode of Tea with Gary V. I will be uploading my learnings from that soon. It's been pretty interesting. My perspective on life has completely changed from my one talk with him, and I think it's for the better. So, and then just eventually start making, you know, more and more siege videos and interacting with everyone. You know, I definitely see my enjoyment of Rainbow Six has been impacted by this as well. And, you know, when you have a video editing business that you care about, and I mean, I'm about to have someone that I pay with this. Like, that's a big responsibility, you know, to have to pay someone anything for work, and it's regular work. I can't just look at it and say I don't want to do it, because it brings me joy to do that. You know, I'm constantly learning. I mean, I'm a better video editor than I was a month ago, than 2 months ago, 6 months ago. I'm like, objectively, I can see it in my content and from editing everything all the time. That's not just me. I've picked up explaining techniques. I've picked up editing and music choices and using different music and gameplay and just so many different things. Project management. The list goes on. Communicating about how video editing works. I mean, one of the side things that's happened is people have emailed me that are, you know, video editors, and they're like, hey, I want to learn how to do it. Can I just take your footage, do it for free so I can learn? And it's like, yeah, and I'm going to be able to help those people because I'm already used to explaining things. You know, something I never thought about. So it's been cool. You know, it's been real cool. And yeah, it all stems from 2 months ago this started happening, and I would have dealt with it. But I decided to go for a 12-hour work week, and here we are. You know, I definitely think that thinking about this now for the long term, even the short term, like 6 to 12 months down the road, I could see myself being at a lower place in both happiness and wealth than if I don't do this now. So, my life's been really crazy over the past couple of months, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm glad for all this happening, you know. So, that's pretty much it for this video. I think I said that before, but now I'm done talking. I gotta get some sleep. I am going ham on life improvement and business improvement and business building and video building. You know, there's a couple of toxic relationships that I have to set aside. There's a couple of relationships I should have been building that I haven't built. Got to do it all now. So, yeah, I'm really gonna start building the life that I want, more so than I have been before. And yeah, every couple of months I have a feeling like that. And this month is I got that feeling. You know, it's not. It's when you're sleeping sometimes 12 hours a day, and you wake up exhausted. That's not okay. That's not good. When you're me and you're eating 4 fully cooked, hearty meals a day, and you're still hungry, and you don't exercise, but you're not gaining weight, but you feel like you are, like, that's something I haven't talked about. Is it's just like, fuck, man. It's insane. It's insane. So, yep. I don't know when you guys are gonna see this video. I'm just gonna edit and publish it right afterwards. Um, but yeah, that's it for good. I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer. Thank you guys for sticking with me. It's been a wild year. The channel, it's May 2nd. In exactly 2 months of uploading this video, the channel will be 5 years old. That's kind of entering the territory of a lot, but not a lot. So, yeah. I suck just as bad as you do at video games. And I will see you guys in the next one.